I'm Maria Sharapova, and this is my latest dress that I'll be wearing at the 2010 Australian Open. Kind of all started from a very horrible sketch of mine that don't look too close, but you kind of see like the overlay and you see the waist being identified. I've never done prints before, and we've never really done a lot of graphic, so it started off as a simple slip dress, and then we thought, why not add something, an overlay. The great thing about this is that it's almost 2 layers, but if you look at this mesh material over it is very thin, and it is almost like it's invincible, and it's not there, and it becomes part of the dress, and as you see it is tagged down in many areas, so for movement when you're running around, even though it looks like you have 2 layers and 2 parts of the dress, it is very much one. Because of the double layer, I thought it was very important to bring in the waist. So we didn't do too much in the front. We kind of let it be. It was going to be a ribbon in the beginning, but we thought that would be, be too much in the front of the dress. So we let it cross in the back to give it that extra little detail. You really get the attention of the mesh here because it is not over the material, and you see the straps from the slip coming out. And the ruffle on the collar is great because we wanted it to have that feeling of a, not so much a nightgown, but a slip and something that's quite feminine. And so we gave it this little detail in the front, and in the beginning it was much longer than it is now, and we had to cut it down because with the movement and moving your neck, it had to be really settled. But I think it's a really neat detail. Performance in tennis apparel is very important because you're moving a lot in all different directions. You're running forward, back, to the side, but there's also a lot of motion in your upper area, and you're using your arms and you're lifting them up. So everything that you're wearing must feel like it is on your body. You can't feel like things are flapping around you. Things must be tagged down. So when you're working with layers, it's very important that it's tagged down in the right area, so you still get that fluid motion, but you don't feel like things are bothering you or hitting your legs or hitting your arms. And there's a very thin line because you wanna create things that are different and that maybe don't have a traditional silhouette, but you also must be careful in terms of how much you do for comfort level and for performance and for sweat as well. The process starts many, many months in advance. Usually a year in advance we're already, looking for inspiration. We're looking at, what materials we're going to be able to use and the color palette. We draw all those things together, based on what we feel is right for the tournament, is right in the weather time, in certain periods of the year, whether it's cold or warm. Fortunately, I've gotten to work with Nike for many years on being able to create my dresses, so I've learned a lot about the process and what it takes and how much it really takes to create a single piece. I'm very fortunate to have people that know what they're doing and that can just take little details of what I bring to the table and include them in a little part of the dress. Whether it's a certain type of buttons, certain colors, maybe silhouettes as well, necklines. I'll be somewhere on the beach or somewhere at the lake, and I'll see something pass by, or see like the outline of the trees and the ocean, and all of a sudden that gives you inspiration for the outline of for a neckline or something in those terms. But it's a little crazy when you think about it. I think my favorite part about the design process is the creativity of it all, and brainstorming, and when you get a chance to travel around the world, it's fun to know that maybe your ideas from somewhere, the things you see, can be brought and made into something that you're actually going to wear or see, or people are going to work on and create in different ways along with other inspirations. So it's it's fun. It's fun to come into a room with people that know what they're doing and collaborate on things that you're going to wear in front of thousands of people.